Hello there! Today I thought I would talk to you about my Goodreads rating system because I realised this year that I changed it a little bit. For those of you who don't care about star ratings, and I know there are a few people out there, feel free not to watch this video because it is going to be all about how I rate books on Goodreads. But for those of you who are interested in this, I thought I would just do a little update because there has been a significant shift in the way that I've started rating my books. To be honest, I only really use Goodreads as a way of tracking my reading, so I'm not like an avid Goodreads user, but I do sort of give some thought to the star ratings that I'm going to be giving books. And I've always been very generous with my star ratings. Admittedly, I didn't have many 5 stars last year, but it was a pretty solid 4-star standard. I think 4 stars definitely my go-to if I enjoy a book, if it's good. But I've realised that being such a blanket 4-star rater is possibly not that helpful, and it also doesn't necessarily give an accurate representation. And with that in mind, I've decided to start not being harsher necessarily, but definitely bringing the 2-star and 1-star strategy into it, because I don't think I've actually ever given a book 1 star on Goodreads, and I couldn't have told you beforehand what would have warranted a 1-star book for me. I suppose a book that I really hated so much that I started skipping sections, which absolutely never happens for me. I can only name that happening on 1 book in the last 10 years or so. So yeah, it got me thinking about the fact that I don't use the bottom range of the scale. So for me, in the past, a 3-star book was a pretty bad rating. It was pretty much as bad as it can get without being absolutely awful. Could not stand it. And I know a lot of people use 3 stars in terms of, you know, a good book, a book that they enjoyed, but not a standout book, which is, as I say, what I was using my 4 stars for. So what I've decided to do this year, because I really want to highlight the standout books that I'm reading, especially given that I had quite a hard time picking standout books last year, even though there were so many books that I rated at 4. So this year I've decided that I'm going to do it based on whether I would read a book again, whether I plan to keep that book. So any book that I read and enjoy but wouldn't read again and wouldn't necessarily keep, or as in it goes straight on the charity shop pile or I give it away, any book that falls into that category is going to be a 3-star, because I don't think I can any longer warrant giving a book that I would never revisit and that I don't even intend to keep a 4 stars anymore. I mean, I know ultimately it doesn't matter, but I think it'd be quite interesting, and as I say, more accurate to sort of make use of the bottom end of the scale. So with that in mind, 2 stars is going to become books that I didn't like, and those of you who do follow my Goodreads would have noticed that I had 2 stars already this month, which isn't to say that they were awful, but just that I probably wouldn't really recommend them that much, or that they didn't completely grab my attention, that I didn't enjoy them that much, which is not something that I would have ever given 2 stars in the past. Therefore, 1 star is going to be perhaps what 2 stars would have been at this time last year. A book that, even though I finished it and I got through it, I really didn't enjoy it. So, you know, I just thought I would do a quick update in case people suddenly think I'm either reading really bad books or suddenly being really grumpy about the books that I have read. It's not that, it's just that I thought, as I say, I would shuffle things down a bit and make things clearer. With that in mind, hopefully the books that I give 4 and 5-star ratings to from now on are going to be real books that I would shove into people's hands, if you know what I mean. And I have had a few 5-star ratings already this year. I think I've had 2, and I've still got a pretty standard level of 4-star reads. I think 4's always going to be my average because, you know, I pick up books that I think I'll like, and it's not often that I don't particularly like them that much. So 4-star is pretty standard still, but I just think it's only fair to only give that higher rating to books that I myself am planning to keep. So yeah, if you're interested, people might not care. As I say, ultimately Goodreads ratings really don't matter that much, and I'm certainly not a person who sort of refers back to them in every single review that I do, but for those of you who do care about how people sort of logicize their rating system, that is what I am doing this year. Yes, if you haven't got me on Goodreads, I will link my page in the description bar down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!